dressy because I'm from the country. So I'd wear that always, and someone deemed me Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to fall. It isn't officially fall, but it is feeling like it, and it is the second week of WIAA football action here on Zaleski Sports. J-Town Justin Krzyzewski alongside me, extraordinary and play-by-play man Jacob Link, and we are ready for a little non-conference football action here as the weather turns a little cooler between the Manawa Wolves and the St. Mary Catholic Zephyrs. Let's dive on into this one. Unfortunately, not a lot of information to be found, but we did get some information from St. Mary's. We do have some information on Manawa, so let's dive on into this as we're getting into our pregame show here. Let's start out with Manawa since we have the least amount of information on them. Manawa is coming into this one. Both teams looking for their first victory here in week 2. Manawa Wolves last week hosted the Pacelli Cardinals in a small school versus small school matchup, 2 D7 schools going at it. And Manawa took the loss last week, 14-0 against the Pacelli Cardinals in the home opener. They are part of the Northwoods Conference that is host of Crivets, Northern Pines, O'Connell Falls, Coleman, Shiocton, Clintonville, and Crandon. They are currently with 0-1. The only other team with an 0-1 record is Shiocton. There are 3 teams from that conference that played yesterday. Crivets sitting on top of that conference right now, 2-0. Clintonville and Crandon both 0-2 to start the season. Northern Pines and O'Connell Falls are 1-0 to start the season. They will be playing tonight as well. Of course, none of that matters. Next week is the start of conference football play here in the state of Wisconsin, so you will be seeing Manawa take the 2.5-hour drive up to Northern Pines. That's a school I'm familiar with, Jacob. They played in the Great Northern Conference for some sports. I was in the Great Northern Conference. So I'm very used to that drive up to Eagle River, beautiful Eagle River. In the fall, though, it's going to be cold. You can always imagine it's going to be cold. On to St. Mary's Catholic. St. Mary's, they ran into a buzzsaw that is the Amherst Falcons. Amherst, of course, powerhouse in Central Wisconsin. Both schools from Central Wisconsin were the opponents for Manawa and St. Mary's last week. But Amherst with the big-time victory at their home opener, 47-14. I was talking with the athletic director for St. Mary's before the game here, and Matt Schultz was saying how it's kind of good to start off with a tough opponent like that. You know what you're going to expect from a team like Amherst. They're going to be tough, and that's a good way to get your kids checked in because it's not always going to be blowouts down the road. Sometimes you're going to run into a juggernaut, and they did against Amherst. Maddox Dwyer is the quarterback. He is 7-16 on the year, 69 yards, 1 interception on the year. Jacob Ernsting, leading rusher with 10 carries, 60 yards, and Elliot Reichenbacher has 5 carries for 40 yards. Mason Wagner with 3 receptions is the leading receiver. He has 27 yards. And Tarver Trinkner, he has 2 receptions for 25 yards. And a key note, we saw the special teams last week, Kaukauna versus Notre Dame. That special teams played a huge factor in that game. Luke Fairweather, big kick return for touchdown. He had 134 yards of kick return yards last week. That is huge. That is a big stat to have. D6 St. Mary's Catholic, this beautiful field, Zephyrs Field here. Toured a little bit around here. How often do you see a blue track like this? I brought my sunglasses. It's a nice cloudy overcast day here in Wisconsin. I almost kept the sunglasses on because you're sitting here looking at this beautiful blue track. It's bright, and it brings a real cool feel, like almost like a small college feel, in my opinion, to this field. And we'll see, this is the home opener. You had the tradition, the fanfare, everything going on for the Zephyrs beforehand. There's a pregame tailgate going on as I was walking in. It was hard to walk past all the food. I settle for my popcorn and water, as I do at almost every place we go. It is definitely football season here. St. Mary's Catholic, they are in the Eastern Wisconsin Conference. Brillion, Kiel, New Holstein, Chilton, Kohler, Sheboygan Christian, Roncalli, and Valders. Roncalli, and St. Mary's Catholic all with 0-1 records. Also with Kohler, Sheboygan, Lutheran. They all have 0-1 records. Chilton has played 2 games in this season so far. They are 1-1. New Holstein is 1-0. Kiel is 1-0, and Brilliant is 1-0. It is that, like we said earlier, it doesn't matter. Conference starts next week, and next week, St. Mary's Catholic will play Valders in their conference opener at Valders. New introduction to the team. We're told this is a big deal. Custom soundtrack being played. Ozzy, rest in peace, Ozzy, getting played. And getting the first look at St. Mary's Catholic Zephyrs. I would say that is a pretty cool entrance. Playing with Ozzy, all those great mix-up there for them. That's a good intro with the train horn blowing over the top for the Zephyrs. It looks good. 2 minutes left before game time here. Coin toss was won by St. Mary's Catholic. They chose to receive. They'll be going from our left to right when the game starts here, as we're getting ready for, I believe, a pregame prayer. A little ahead of schedule, but rather be early than late. And yes, it does look like we are getting ready for our opening prayer, so we'll step aside and listen to the opening prayer.
Good evening, football fans, and welcome to a chilly, overcast, but always beautiful Zephyr Fields at St. Mary Catholic High School. Tonight's non-conference football game features the visiting Wolves from Manawa High School versus your St. Mary Catholic Zephyrs. It is the Zephyrs' home opener, and excitement is running high for a great new 2025 season in the Eastern Wisconsin Conference. Both teams lost their first game last weekend, so we hope the Zephyrs will come away with the first win of the new season. As is tradition at St. Mary Catholic High School, we ask those who are able to please stand and join us in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father,
in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Dear God, we come to you tonight asking protection for all the players, families, fans, and staff participating in this contest. In a particular way, we ask your blessing and comfort for all those victims of the shooting at Annunciation Church in Minneapolis, all victims of violence and conflict everywhere. We pause for a moment to hold them all in our hearts. Lord God, we ask you to heal our land, heal our people, and bring comfort to the afflicted. We ask that you bring everyone here home safely tonight, and that everyone may observe good sportsmanship and care for one another as we go from this place. We ask this all in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen. Mary, our patron and mother of us all, live Jesus in our hearts. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Now I'd like to introduce Bethany Rupert, who will be leading us in the national anthem.
Absolutely stunning rendition of the national anthem performed today by Bethany Rupert. A little bit of a raspy summer voice, but it sounded amazing. No better song in the world than the national anthem, Jacob. That's something I've said after every sporting event I go to. It is tops in my book. But as we're getting ready here, like you said, the PA announcer kind of hit it right on the dot. Cool, overcast, but a beautiful day here at Zephyrs Field for some high school football. Last non-conference action for both these teams. Not saying non-conference doesn't matter, because non-conference definitely does matter. But conference season is huge. Getting starting lineups for right now, the Manawa Wolves. Jacob Kravitz, the captain, leading the way out there. The junior running back linebacker. Number 8, Logan Zabrell, also a junior captain. A lot of juniors on this team for Manawa. Let me see here, a quick count. We have 3 seniors on this team. Of course, Manawa, a D7 school. We've talked about this in the past. Maybe not you and I, Jacob, but we've talked about it. I've talked about it with other people. 8-man football. We talk. If you listen to Jason Zaleski's interview with Jerry Sins from the Edgar football team, 56 years coaching high school football, Jerry Sins. Hats off to him, amazing career. But a lot of these smaller schools struggle with numbers. You look at the 2 teams here, Manawa, very, very small in comparison to the Zephyrs sidelines in terms of numbers. And those teams struggle in these games, and then they get put into these 8-man. 8-man is growing hugely here in the state of Wisconsin, which is good, but it's a different game, and there's a huge transition that some teams struggle with. It's not necessarily how Newman did it. When Newman came in to 8-man football, just dominated. They took over right away. It's a different game, and it takes a lot of learning. You hope to not see that. Small schools all over the state, every school around the state go up and down in their players. What's the word I'm looking for here? The amount of people in their school, their attendance. But it's always ebbs and flows, and hopefully Manawa can get the numbers up and they can continue playing 11-man. But if not, 8-man football will welcome them with open arms. The Zephyrs getting introduced here. Pregame brought to you in part by Birkin Heating and Cooling. Birkin Heating and Cooling is your factory-authorized Bryant dealer. Birkin Heating and Cooling service all makes and models. Now is the right time to get warm for winter. I know we don't like to hear it, folks, but winter is coming. With Birkin Heating and Cooling, call 920-759-1478 and see Birkin Heating and Cooling on Facebook for more information. Also, Fox Valley Tool and Die, their precision machine job shop that supplies critical machine components for a range of customers From Fortune 100 companies to local paper mills right here in Wisconsin. Contact Fox Valley Tool and Die at 920-766-9455. Moments away. I'm excited for football. I've never once said I'm not excited for football, Jacob. If that day comes around, take me out back because it's not fun anymore. But football is fun, and we are getting ready here for non-conference football action, a little small school action. Officials for tonight's game, Alan Byer, Matthew Byer, Ryan Bowers, Douglas Miller, and Peter Van Howlingen. Zephyrs won the toss. They chose to receive. Beautiful 63-degree late summer action here. What a way to kick off the Labor Day weekend. Then with a big game here on Zaleski Sports, Luke Fairweather back to return, the junior. Dangerous return man to kick for the Manawa Wolves. Number 21, Carson Stroud. 63 degrees, a slight south wind. Weather app described today as a pleasant day. It is. And we're underway here on Zaleski Sports. A UFO-style kick bounces at the 20, rolls inside the 14. Fairweather will bring it. He comes to near side, cannot get a block, and great tackle down the field there by number 4, Reed Schulter. And that is exactly how you want to start this out. If you are Manawa, put the Zephyrs deep in their own territory to start this game and see if they can dig out of it. Field position is a key aspect of high school football. Maddox Dwyer under center for the Zephyrs, big number 11. I formation backfield, slot to the right, lone receiver left side. Long snap count, snap handoff, going to left side. Number 21 gets the edge, breaks a tackle, and will get the first down yardage. That is number 21, Elliot Reichenbacher. Gain of 11 for big 21. And a 1st and 10 Zephyrs. That is how you want to start if you're the Zephyrs. Bounce back after not the best return by Fairweather. 1st and 10 Zephyrs. Traditional I formation backfield. Something I love to see. That's what I ran in high school. Same formation, slot to the right side, I formation backfield. Snap flag. We have a stoppage here, pre-snap penalty. We'll see what the official word is here. False start on the offense. Manawa fans traveled very well here for second game of the year. Tight bleachers here. You got the fan sections pretty close together. 1st and 10 turns to 1st and 15 now for the Zephyrs. 45-minute drive for Manawa to here. Handoff, Reichenbacher off the right side. He will give him 3 on the carry. Gotta get used to writing on the wall for my stats. I'm not used to not having a table here. 2nd down and a long 12 here for the Zephyrs. 10:53 and counting here in the first quarter. Beautiful football day. I thought this all week at work. It is football season. College started last week, but getting into it now here with the high school in week 2 on WIAA action. Dwyer fakes the handoff. He got a clean boot out of there. Throw behind his receiver, tipped and incomplete. Intended target there, number 4, Travis Trinkner. That was a dangerous throw behind it. That was the right spot for that ball. You need a back shoulder throw. Good coverage there by number 4, Reed Schulter. And now Manawa licking their chops here. 3rd and 12. This is a big play here for Zephyrs to give them some breathing room. And they're going to go out of the gun. Running back on the left hip of Dwyer. Slot right, slot right, slot right, slot left. They're both inverted. Snap. It's going to be a jet sweep off the left side and pile drive back. Oh, and a late flag. Wagner on the carry, they say. He had about 5 on that carry, but we'll see. I think it's an after the play penalty. There were 2 offensive linemen drawn. That's pretty early to start throwing flags like that. We'll see what happens here. Oh, an illegal low block. Oh, and they're going to be offsetting penalties here. So we have a chop block by the offense, and then an unsportsmanlike conduct, I'm assuming, on the Manawa Wolves defensive lineman. Penalties will offset. It'll be another chance here at 3rd down. A little bit of a blessing for both teams that wasn't just one penalty on one or the other. If that was a penalty on Manawa, that's an automatic 1st down. See there, actually, the offensive lineman and defense lineman kind of dapped each other up to make sure they're all good. That was good to see. 3 receivers to the right side. Dwyer in the gun with Reichenbacher to his right. Lone receiver left side, single safety coverage. 4 down lineman bringing the pressure. Dwyer rolls. He's going to loft one up there. It's behind his intended target. Jump ball and incomplete. There was the chance there for an interception. Both number 10 and, 24, Porter Garrick and Carter Barrington, both in the vicinity for that interception. And they collided, and luckily everybody got back up. It wasn't a bad collision, but that's when someone's got to be center fielder and call for ball. And we're on to punt. Reed shoulder and Barrington back to return for the Manawa Wolves. Looks like Jacob Ernsting to punt. Right-footed punter, spiral kick. That's a good kick. Bounces. Oh, it's a loose ball. It's a muff. It's a fight for it. Zephyrs might have it. Oh, no, we have possession. The ball got back to Barrington. I don't know how Barrington came out with that. And it'll be Manawa ball. That was a line drive kick with a spiral, and Schulder came up to field it, and it was a short hop, and it went right into his chest and went right into the Zephyrs gunner. It went right into his chest, but it was not expected, obviously. Scrumford and Barrington came out with the ball. 1st and 10, though, for Manawa. Quarterback Carson Stroud on the field here. Slot left, wing to the right side. Low snap will be handed off to Karvitz, and he's brought down for a loss. Yeah, Max Voster, big 85, making the tackle. Loss of 1. Big tackle there by the big man up front. Big number 85, 6'3", 250, making the play. 2nd and 11. Slot to the right now, wing to the left side. The wingman is number 12, Jack Jekyll. Snap, back to Karvitz. He will cut upfield into the pile, pushing the pile's the offensive lineman, and they'll get maybe an extra yard on that one. Give him a gain of 4. Collins in on the tackle, as well as a bunch of Zephyrs. Good group tackling for the Zephyrs team. 3rd and 8 now. Stroud getting the play call from the sidelines from head coach Brad Johnson. Brings it to his huddle, breaks the huddle, and here we go. Slow getting out of the huddle, play clock running down. Slot to the right, winged to the left. Final tick, snake, fake, the handoff, Stroud throws. He's got his target, and he's got a 1st down. Gain of 9 on the reception to number 24, Barrington. Gain of 9 through the air from Stroud to Barrington. And just like that, in opponent's territory for the first time are the Wolves, and they're looking to get on that scoreboard. Slot to the right, wing to the left. Carvitz in the gun, Stroud in the gun. Now sending the slot man in motion across, that's Barrington. And that'll be a flag for a false start. Running back and looked like the far side lineman got a head start on that one. And the Zephyr student section informing the Wolves that they cannot do that. One of the more classic, I think, chants from a high school crowd. 1st and 15 now. Ball just inside the 50-yard line on the St. Mary side of the field. Plus territory for the Wolves. 3 receivers now to the left. Stroud all alone in the gun. His wing to the right side. Now Carvitz comes back in the gun with him. Snap, fake the hand. Nope, that's a handoff up the middle into the pile. And getting about a 2-yard gain there is Carvitz. Collins once again in on the tackle. Brady Detterman also in on the tackle. 2nd and a long 12. I'd give it 13, but the PA announcer says 12. One of the biggest things is always going up against the PA announcer on who has the right down and distance. Lone receivers now, one to each side, wing to the right. Carvitz in the gun alongside Stroud. Gets the handoff and is brought down in the backfield. Zephyr's not fooled that time, and a big play once again by Max Voster. Loss of 4. And Manawa just cannot keep things going against this Zephyr's defense. Aside from the one pass play, the Zephyr's defense has kind of kept the run attack from Manawa in check here in the first quarter as time ticks down inside the 6:21 mark. Slot to the left, wing to the right side. Play clock running down once again. Stroud, handoff, reverse play, and here we go. Big trick play by Manawa. They're upfield, across the 40, and close to the first down yardage. Big carry there by number 12, Riker Timmerman. They're going to give him a yard short, so give him 15 on the carry. And it's going to set up a 4th and 1, and you can bet Manawa is going for this. 4 down territory. Ball, nose of the ball on the 35-yard line. Slot left, wing to the right. Slot now in motion across. That's Barrington. Hard count, nothing doing. Manawa trying to get somebody to jump. I don't know if they're going to go for it here. Play clock running down. Head coach Johnson makes a play change. Handoff up the middle, sneaking across and getting the first down yardage is number 1, Theron Schulke. Give him a gain of 2 and enough for a Manawa first down. Big play there to keep the drive going for Schulke. Giving Carvitz a break on the sideline. It's good to have extra running backs. Slot left, wing to the right. Low snap, handoff, fumble. It's a fumble in the backfield, loose ball. Fight for it. Staying with Manawa. Very, very awkward snap and handoff there between quarterback, center, and running back. That's going to be a big loss. Schulke will get the loss on the credit. Loss of, was that 8? And he'll come out and come back in his, nope, Schulke's still in there, staying in there. That's a tough one. Low snap, had a field that went off the ground, did Stroud. Play clock running down, slot to the right, wing left, tight end. There's also a tight end on the left side of the formation. Same play, fake. Rolling right, Stroud, throw. He's got a wide open target, and he's got some yardage. He's upfield and brought down by a host of Zephyrs. Completed to number 10, that is Gerke. Porter Gerke, the junior tight end. Speak it, and it comes into existence. Gain of 11 through the air. Brings up a 3rd and 7. That's a big way to turn that possession around. Now you're still looking at 4-down chance here. Time flying by here. Manawa chewing up the clock. 3rd and 7. Snap. Karvitz fake to him. Throw over the middle. It's intercepted! Intercepted by the Zephyrs and brought down. Number 16, George Voss, in the middle of the formation, gets the pick. And just like that, a turnover. And that's huge to change the way the game was going. A big advantage for the Zephyrs. And Advantage Machine has invested in the Machine Center, machine tools, metal inventories, and our people. Advantage Machine offers a first-class workspace to ensure the best quality, and with our responsive customer service, fair pricing, and on-time delivery. Call 920-462-4427 and see Advantage Machine on Facebook. Turnover. And here we go with the Zephyrs. That's going to be a run. Backwards pass to his intended target is number 4. Number 4, Charver Trinkner. They say that was a pass completed, but it was a run. It was a backwards pass. Not that my stats matter much, but I'm counting it as a 4-yard run on the lateral play. That was right. Perfect spot for me to get that. Straight down from where I'm at. Slot right, I formation backfield for the Zephyrs. Snap, handoff, going to the left. Reichenbacher finds his way through, runs over Karvitz, and is going to push the pile into Manawa territory across the 40 into the 39-yard line. Gain of about 13 on the carry for Reichenbacher. And just like that, there's some life on that Zephyr sideline. Reichenbacher comes to the sideline to a huge ovation from his teammates. And here go the Zephyrs, quick to it. Handoff, oh, big tackle. 72 makes the tackle. His name is not on the roster. I seen him during pregame warmups. A gigantic human being. Gain of 2 on the carry for 88. Ernsting, 2nd and 8 upcoming. Big time tackle by 72. I got to get that. There's Jaden Bissett, 6'4", 300 pounds. That fits his description. He does not have a number on the roster. I'm assuming it's him, but I'll figure that out here with some fans. Flags on the snap, and we have a stoppage here for a false start. Have to go at the next break to figure that one out. Minute 55 here. 2nd and a long 13. The board says 14, but it's 2nd and 13 for the Zephyrs here. Jet flying overhead. Probably out of Appleton Airport. Beautiful night for football here. Slot right, snap, handoff, going up the middle. That's an 18 on the carry. Dominic Todd. He had a good carry up the middle. Sets up a 3rd and manageable here. Seven on the carry. Third and a long 7 here for the Zephyrs. Slot right, lone receiver left side. Snap, handoff, Reichenbach to the left. Flag comes in. This is going to be coming back for a hold. And Maddox Dwyer sees it, and he right away signals to the sideline. That's on us. It's backing it up. That's a tough thing with those stretch plays. It's a stretch for these offensive linemen. It's zone blocking technique. You've heard it with the Packers. The Badgers had a little bit of zone blocking in their time. You got to get outside and turn. Try to turn the defender, turn your butt into the play. And that's going to hurt. And most of the time when a holding penalty comes on that play, it's because the offensive lineman was not as fast as the defensive lineman. Gets beat, and he has to hold. And that looks to be the case here. And right back to 3rd and long. third and a long 13. Give it 3rd and 14 here. Slot right, slot left. Zephyr's going to send a man in motion across. High snap. Dwyer fields it, and he's going to have to make a play here. Rolling to the left. He's across the 35 and out of bounds. Good play there to make something out of nothing. Taking a bad snap and turning it into positive yardage. She's going to be just short of the 35. Ball marked at the 36-yard line brings up a 4th and 7. This is the tough part about high school football. 4-down territory or a very short punt. The punt we've seen from the Zephyrs earlier, that was a pretty good kick, so I don't think you're going to try to make your kicker restrict his leg, and they're going to go for it. Pistol formation, slot to the right, slot to the left. Motion man across, coming to the right side. Going with a bubble screen. Gets a block across the 30. He's streaking to the sideline across the 10 and brought down out of bounds. Big catch and run by Braden Hilsbeck. 26 on the reception. Maddox Dwyer's first reception or completed pass of the game. 34 seconds left here in the first quarter, and the Zephyrs looking for pay dirt. Brendan Hilsbeck, the sophomore receiver, 6'5", 165. He showed us some burst there. That's some serious speed from the sophomore for the Zephyrs. 1st and goal from the 9. Taking their time. Play clock's running down here. You're going to have to keep an eye on this one. Lone receiver right. Lone receiver left. H-back to the left side of I formation backfield. Fake to the fullback. Handoff up the middle. Reichenbacher lost the ball when he went to the ground. And is going to stay with the Zephyrs. He's going to get a gain of 8. And we'll see if that's the last play of this first quarter. 21 seconds. It's ticking down fast. Dwyer quickly getting a play call. He's running to the huddle. It looks like they're going to try to score here before end of the quarter. 10 seconds. Reichenbacher, the tailback. I formation backfield. 2-1. They get the play off. No, they won't. False start. Little too zealous here, so we'll see. The clock will be back on running time. Say 3 seconds left. It'll be the end of the quarter, but they have to put 3 seconds up because clock was stopped for the penalty. They'll put the clock time back on the clock. Officially mark the ball. 3 seconds. Yep, we got it up here in the booth. PA announcer has to figure it out. The clock will wind on the official's command. I do believe. Now maybe we'll see a chance here if the Zephyrs try to pull one quick. They got a play call on the sideline. Here we go. There's a chance here. Slot. Nope. Single receiver, one each side. I formation. Clock starts. 2, 1. Now it is the quarter end. All that for nothing. We'll step aside. 1 quarter down here on Zaleski Sports. It's 0-0. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Are you ready to give your kids a head start on smart money habits? With Abbey Bank's Bright Future Checking, kids and teens can learn to manage money with you right by their side. They get their own debit card, and you can keep an eye on spending with easy-to-use mobile banking and card controls. The Bright Future Checking account has no fees, no minimum balance, and kids get a bonus after the first deposit is made. Give your child the power of independence. Stop in or visit abbeybank.com to get started. Abbey Bank is member FDIC.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, J-Town, Justin Krzyzewski, Jacob Link A 0-0 ball game here at St. Mary's Catholic. Manawa ate up the clock, but the fumble ate them up, and it was a turnover, giving the ball to the Zephyrs, and the Zephyrs are looking for pay dirt. They were on the 1-yard line. Quick tried to rush a play before the end of quarter. Had a false start penalty. They put 3 seconds back on the clock, but the play clock starts on the whistle. All that, everyone. And this tackled once again by Big 72. Game. I'll have to do that here at the next break. I'm assuming it's Jaden Bassett. 6'4", 300 pounds. That has to be him. He stands heads and shoulders above everybody. I was on the field during pregame. Gigantic human being. The senior. If that's him on the roster, we'll have to double check. Is that a stack? No. H-back right behind the guard in the I formation here. Dwyer under center. Snap, handoff. Reichenbacher, touchdown, Zephyrs. 3-yard touchdown. And the board first. 3-yard rushing touchdown by Elliot Reichenbacher, the senior. Gives the advantage to the team in blue. On for the point after is number 32, Carlos Veroff. Right-footed kicker with the pink cleats. Love to see it. Snap down, hold, kick, line drive. It's good? Yeah, it's good. The officials were shocked. There ain't a ball that can get much lower than that. We'll step aside. 7-0 your score. Zephyrs with the lead on Zaleski Sports.
Located on County Road KK, Birkin Heating and Cooling has proudly served Kaukauna for over 30 years. As a Bryant Factory authorized dealer, we offer top-quality Bryant and Payne products. We specialize in furnaces, air conditioners, boilers, new home construction, remodels, and April air humidifiers, serving for both residential and commercial needs. Plus, we service all makes and models, offering 24-hour emergency service. Call us today at 920-759-1478 and let Birkin take care of your heating and cooling needs.
Down at the 40, Jacob Karvitz making a big return there. Slow Zephyr trying to get off the field. Even Karvitz is a little knocked up or beat up. We're going to step aside here for a short break. We got a short break for the injury.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call to your first sip to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call to your first sip to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
More sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
At Ridgestop Exteriors, we're more than your average home improvement company. We're your neighbors, and for over 20 years, we've been trusted and proudly serving right here in your community. Customer service is our #1 goal. Call now for your free estimate.
Ridgestop. High school sports and entertainment, there's nothing like it, you can't contain it. Hungry. Friday nights with hometown pride, Zaleski Sports is statewide hype. Cameras roll, the crowds go crazy, live stream gold, it's never lazy.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Hi friends, are you a retiree like myself and have some spare time and wanting to meet new people? I drive school bus for Cobeson Buses. I enjoy seeing many smiling faces, and I still have time for the activities I enjoy. Cobeson Buses offers a flexible schedule, and it's a well-paid part-time job. It's the perfect balance of work and play. Come join me make a difference in your community. Visit Cobeson.com for more information and to find a Cobeson terminal near you.
Need a game plan that delivers marketing victories? Bear Performance Marketing is your full-service partner for strategic success. Offering comprehensive solutions that include brand development, social media marketing, branded products, and digital marketing. The goal is to streamline every aspect of marketing while maximizing results. With a focus on clear, transparent communication and a driven team ready to hustle, Bear Performance Marketing is your partner for marketing that outperforms the competition. Learn more at bearpm.com.
Be a part of a Marshfield tradition at Maple Fall Fest, September 13th and 14th. Start each morning with a potato or buttermilk pancake breakfast and shop over 125 handmade arts and craft vendors. Also, make sure to check out the Kids Zone, yummy food court with maple specialties, beer garden, and a comedic grilling show with TV's Mad Dog and Meryl. Don't miss the 33rd Annual Maple Fall Fest, Saturday and Sunday, September 13th and 14th at Wildwood Park and Zoo in Marshfield. Learn more at visitmarshfield.com and follow us on Facebook.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Sports and entertainment, there's nothing like it, you can't contain it. Hungry. Friday nights with hometown pride, Zaleski Sports is statewide hype. Cameras roll, the crowds go crazy, live stream gold, it's never lazy. Play so big, you'll replay it twice. Coverage bold, it's really nice. High school sports and entertainment, there's nothing like it, you can't contain it. Hungry. Hometown hype, we lift it higher. Zaleski Sports, we bring the fire.
you ready to give your kids a head start on smart money habits? With Abby Bank's Bright Future Checking, kids and teens can learn to manage money with you right by their side. They get their own debit card, and you can keep an eye on spending with easy-to-use mobile banking and card controls. The Bright Future Checking account has no fees, no minimum balance, and kids get a bonus after the first deposit is made. Give your child the power of independence. Stop in or visit abbybank.com to get started. Abby Bank is member FDIC.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. B-BT.com.
Located on County Road KK, Birkin Heating and Cooling has proudly served Kaukauna for over 30 years. As a Bryant Factory authorized dealer, we offer top quality Bryant and Payne products. We specialize in furnaces, air conditioners, boilers, new home construction, remodels, and April air humidifiers, serving for both residential and commercial needs. Plus, we service all makes and models, offering 24-hour emergency service. Call us today at 920-759-1478 and let Birkin take care of your heating and cooling needs.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a...
Hey Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices, you got them. In-store, online, we drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Back here at a more sovereign feeling Zephyr Field. Good news first. He was able to walk off the field under his own power. Sad news is it doesn't look like he'll be coming back. Manawa's captain, junior captain Jacob Karvitz, on a great kick return, went down awkwardly, and he is walked off the field with EMTs. Right away, you assume the worst. The fact that he's able to get up and walk is a huge, huge blessing, and our thoughts go out to the Carverts family and hopefully the best for him. Also injured on the play was Brennan Hilsbeck. He had to get helped off the field with no weight on his leg. He is sitting on the bench. And now the hardest thing about sports is trying to pick yourself back up and start over after a significant injury. Here we go, 11:04. Stroud in the gun, pumps, going deep, ball far side. What a catch! Completed pass on the far sidelines. Barrington on the reception there, 25 through the air. There's your answer. How do you respond when adversity hits you? And that is the way you respond if you're Stroud and these Manawa Wolves. Quickly into Zephyr territory. H-back to the left side. Snap, handoff, now full running back, number 1. Through the first down yardage and gets it. That's number 1, Theron Schulke, excuse me. Give him 11 and a first down. The freshman 5'5", 120, the Darren Sproles type running back, now getting a lot put on his shoulders as a freshman. Ball at the 24. The Wolves on the prowl for Paydirt. Wing to the left, single receivers, one each side. Stroud looks to the sideline, changes play call. Quarterback power to the right. Stroud gets a block, wrapped up and brought down after a good gain of 4 on the carry. DuPont on the tackle. I'm going to have to break one of my cardinal rules and turn on the lights in the booth. It's dark in here. Insignificantly brighter. Normally I like to leave the lights off in the booth. We talked about that last week at Kakana. I like a dark field. Immerse myself in the game, but it's a little too dark here in St. Mary's. This cloud cover still overhead. Slot right, lone receiver. No pass play, jump ball. Oh, over the intended target. Got a hand on it. Intended a big number 8, Logan Zabrell. Third down and 6. Manawa looking to get in the end zone, shake off that injury, start building this game back onto their side. Slot to the right, H-back left, tight end to the left as well. Snap, fakes the handoff, reverse, fumble, and recovered. Loss of 3 on the fumble by number 12, Jekyll, and that's the tough thing with that. If you've seen like a lot of wing T offense, it's all about misdirection. You got reverses, you got guards pulling, you got motion men, you got all that, and that's what was going on there for Manawa, but missing the exchange. It almost looked like a double reverse with the receiver coming in motion across. They already ran that reverse once where you hand off, then you give it to the wing, and then it looked like he would toss it to the slot receiver in motion. Trips to the right, H-back to the left side, the wing to the left, hard count, and that's going to give free 5 yards to the Wolves, make this 4th down a little more manageable. 4th and 4 it'll become. One of the easiest things to do is watch the ball not jump off sides, but it's also the hardest thing to do is not jump at a hard count. Fourth and 4, big down here. Slot right, wing to the left. New running back in there, fake to him, rolling right. Stroud looks, he's got his man, caught, and down to the 5-yard line. Gain of 7 through the air to number 10, Porter Gerke. And first and goal now for the Wolves. Ball marked at the 4. Big play there. Manawa looking to get in. Tie this game up at 7 apiece. 8:04 left here in the first half. Slot left, wing to the right. Snap, handoff. Going up the middle, diving forward is Wyatt Drath, excuse me. His first carry. Give him a gain of 2, brings up a first and goal from 4.5-yard line. Each year, more than 6,000 high school students get their head start on college education thanks to dual credit classes made possible by Fox Valley Tech. These college-level classes that high school students take are for free, saving on average of $600 per student. Learn more at foxvalleytech.edu/get technical for more information. Complete pass. Trying to do a read and play. That was poor time management on me. Incomplete pass, 3rd and goal from the 4 now. That's a rookie move, Jake. I'm not used to doing that. 7-18. Stroud runs to the sideline, gets the play call. This young team for the Manawa Wolves, without one of their leaders, Jacob Karvitz, looking to answer the Zephyrs. Slot left, wing to the right. And we have a timeout. Wolves will step aside. You're watching St. Mary's and Manawa on Zaleski Sports.
At Ridgestop Exteriors, we're more than your average home improvement company. We're your neighbors, and for over 20 years, we've been trusted and proudly serving right here in your community. Customer service is our #1 goal. Call now for your free estimate.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Back here at St. Mary's Catholic, 7-0 the Zephyrs with the lead, but Manawa on the door stop. Travel Leaders Discovery specializes in creating personalized, unforgettable, and stress-free travel experience for individuals, families, and groups of all sizes. Travel Leaders Discovery is a full-service agency booking beach vacations, cruises, hotel, and air hotel. And we're going to stop that here because here comes Manawa. Poor time management by me again, and flags. We have a timeout Zephyrs, so I can finish my read. Travel Leaders Discovery, a full-service agency booking beach vacation, cruises, hotel only, and air hotel. Disney, houses, rentals, business travel, romantic travel, family vacations. Anywhere you want to go, they can get you there. Call Travel Leaders Discovery at 833-TL-TRIPS and visit them at www.tltrips.com for more. We're going to see here. Zephyrs took a time out there. Got to stop trying to read. I'll be honest with you folks, I'm not a very good reader, so that's something I shouldn't try to do to begin with. Trying to do my reads when you're in the red zone. 3rd and 4. Manawa Wolves looking to tie this game up. Snap, handoff, tackled in the backfield. Big number 52. Brady Detterman making the tackle on number 11. Wyatt Drath. He lost 2 on the carry. It's going to be at the 6 now. Drath, a little bit bigger running back to Schulke. 5'5 Schulke. 5'9 Drath, but Drath has a little more poundage to him, 185. He's on the left hip of Stroud. Stroud rolling left, looking, throwing, deflected and incomplete. And a late flag. The coaches up here in the booth, they have an argument here. 53 had his hand on it. That's Brandon DuPont. And I'm thinking they're going to call passing interference here. That ball was deflected. And the officials meet here, and I'm going to be shocked if they keep this as the call. I could have swore that ball was deflected, which would negate a passing interference, and they're going to call it. That is shocking. You could hear the coaches for the Zephyrs in the room next to us saying that it was uncatchable, and it was because the ball was deflected. But the officials did not see that, and it's going to be half the distance to the goal here, and it should be a new set of downs, I do believe. This is where the high school rules and pro rules and college rules all get mixed together. Because they're saying it's still 4th down. So it does not give them the first down. It is a 15-yard penalty, which turns into a half the distance penalty. And I guess on a 4th and goal, there isn't first down yardage to gain. Snap, Drath, running, up the middle, pushing, short. He didn't get it. He got to the 1. Give him a gain of 2, and that'll be a turnover. So the passing interference does not hurt the Zephyrs. That is a break if you're a St. Mary's fan. Flip this page, though. You're looking at 1st and 10. They're saying from the 2, and you're huddling up in your own end zone. You got to be careful here. Zephyrs, 2 timeouts, 6:28, and they lead 7-0. Would like to take this one down 98 yards to get 6 more points because they will kick off to start the second half. I formation, H back to the left, so it'll be a loaded I to the left. Single receivers, 1 each side. Dwyer checks to his receivers. Single safety. Quick pass to the right. They're going to get it to his intended target, and he makes a man miss and gets the first down yardage. That is Luke Fairweather. Give him a gain of 11 and a 1st and 10 Zephyrs. Completing 50% of his passes right now is Dwyer. He made that check. He's seen something at that pre-snap. Number 5, Easton Vandenhoevel, freshman corner on the far side, bailed at the snap. Giving that bubble screen quick play. Stacked eye essentially, handoff Reichenbacher. Looking for the edge, puts his shoulder down. That's not Reichenbacher, that's Ernsting, excuse me. He's going to get a good gain there. Give him a gain of 5. Schrader on the tackle. Almost 6. It's going to set up a long 2nd and 4. 5:50 here in the first half. Slot to the left, lone receiver right side, I formation backfield, Dwyer under center. Snap, stretch, run to the right. Just getting good yardage and first down yardage there is these numbers are kind of hard to see on these jerseys. Dominic Todd, I believe, was the carrier on that one. Give him a gain of 10 and a 1st and 10 Zephyrs. That light colored jersey with the white number is kind of hard to see. But it is a pretty slick looking uniform for the St. Mary Zephyrs. Split backfield now, one running back side by each in the backfield. Slot right, lone receiver left side. Flag on the play stoppage, and that's going to be a pre-snap penalty, a false start on the Zephyrs. Messy game. Week 1 when we had Kaukauna at Notre Dame at Kaukauna, pretty penalty free. This one, there's been a lot of pre-snap penalties, and that's something in early season high school football you see a lot of, but getting into week 2, you like to see less and less of that. And I don't know how the first game went for both these teams, but not a good start in terms of laundry on the field. 1st and 15 with 5 minutes left in the first half. I formation, H-back across from right to left, handoff into a pile, and group tackling to perfection are the Manawa Wolves. Gain of 1. For Todd again. Second and 14. The Zephyrs playing a little slow here, kind of like Manawa was on their first possession. Second and 13. 2 timeouts for each squad. Low-scoring affair here, and we have a timeout, Zephyrs. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
I actually described Fox Valley Tech as a home away from home.
It was very comforting that it was a class size of 20 people or less.
Cost is a huge factor. When I look at Fox Valley Technical College, you're not spending that much for a degree.
If I was 30 when I went back to school here, I have had no regrets.
I think the hands-on training really sets us apart.
They will do anything to make sure that you succeed. You are going to get the education that you came for.
Back here at Zephyr Field, 7-0 the score. Zephyrs with the lead. They take a timeout here. They're on the drive looking to add on to the score before the halftime break. They will kick to start the second half. Hey, if you're around the Marshfield area around September 13th and 14th, check out Maple Fall Fest. They have arts and craft vendors, a kids zone, and, of course, yummy food. Maple Fall Fest, September 13th through the 14th at Wildwood Park and Zoo at Marshfield, Wisconsin. Beautiful zoo. Here come the Zephyrs, faking the handoff, rolling out. Good throw to a wide open target off his hands, incomplete. Zephyrs trying to get it to number 4 there. Tyver Trinkner off his hands. That was of 5 for 37 yards through the air. Not lighting up the stat sheet through the air are the Zephyrs, a more ground and pound team, as you see. Leading rusher with 6 carries is Reichenbacher. Haven't seen a lot of him here in this quarter. Also have 6 different rushers. High snap, fumble, loose ball. Dwyer gets it, and it'll go down. Once again, pre-snap issues for a team, and it's going to be 4th down, and Manawa's going to get a chance here. That's a big loss. That's a huge loss. The PA announcer even says 4th and very long, and this is your chance if you're Manawa to get good field position after getting stood up at the goal line on the previous drive. Field position to start is a key factor. To punt is number 85, Max Vosters. Swing of the right leg, another line drive knuckleball. Bounces at the 45, rolls across midfield to the 40. It's going to keep rolling. Every player's going to come up and give it some air help to the 30. Oh, and they're going to whistle it just short of the 30-yard line. I think you could have got a couple more inches on that roll, but they did not. Travel Leaders Discovery specializes in creating personalized, unforgettable, and stress-free travel experiences for individuals, families, and groups of all sizes. Travel Leaders Discovery is a full-service agency booking beach vacations, cruises, hotel-only and air hotel, Disney, house rentals, business-level, romantic, and family vacations. Anywhere you want to go, Travel Leaders Discovery can get you there. Call them at 833-TL-TRIPS or visit them at tltrips.com. Manawa. Slot to the right. Handoff going to the left. Schulke puts his shoulder down. The big 5'5" running back gets a gain of 6 on the carry. All about how you respond. I had a high school coach that I could quote for days. Some things I can't say over the air, and I won't say over the air. That was one of his big keys to games. How are you going to react when things go bad? You had a big injury to your captain, Jacob Karvitz. Now how do you react to that? And actually, the offense has responded fairly well. They had a big drive, just stopped short on the last drive, and they're on the move here. 2nd and 4, Schulke, handoff, spins in the backfield and is going to get back to the line of scrimmage. May actually get a gain of 1. That is a big-time evasion of a tackle there. Schulke did a crazy spin move to avoid getting tackled, and it's going to be 3rd and 4. The Zephyrs defense trying to get a stop here. And Manawa, nope, we have a stoppage here. Official on the far sideline signaling something. Big number 55. Hayden Wepner comes to the sidelines. Official tap to his knees. Does he have knee pads in? And I don't know if that's what it is, but Landon Smith, the senior, will come in now. I'm not sure why Hayden had to come out, but he did, and we'll have a redo here. 3rd and a long 3. They said 3rd and 4 before. Appreciate you tuning in to listen to us here on Zaleski Sports, of course. This isn't the only thing we do here at Zaleski Sports. Ton of fall sports, volleyball, football, you name it, we got it. 11 games on tonight. Stroud fakes the handoff, rolling, throwing, near side, got it, juggles it. Can he hold on? He will, but he's going to be a yard short-ish of the first down yardage. Odin Straitenreiter. And timeout Zephyrs will step aside for a quick timeout. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Back here at Zephyr Field, a big fourth down here. This is going to be, what do you want to do if you're Manawa? 2 timeouts left for the Zephyrs. None for Manawa. Ball is at Manawa's 40. It's 4th and 1. You get the first down, you continue your drive. You don't. You give St. Mary's a very good field position with time left on the clock. Here we go. They're going for it. St. Mary's does get the hat. Oh, and there's a flag. And it's an offsides penalty on the Zephyrs. Encroachment, neutral zone, or offside, it doesn't matter. It's 5 yards in favor of Manawa, and that'll be a first down. That is huge. You can see Coach Detterman on the sidelines just cannot believe it. And that is the pre-snap penalties that early in the season, it's very common. And you just don't like to see it at any point in the season. Now the story switches. It's 1:32, no timeouts for Manawa. They got 55 yards to go. Pass high and incomplete. Oh, and they're going to throw a flag. Oh, incomplete pass. I am shocked. This is going to be a flag. They're going to get number 4, Tarver Trinkner, and another late flag after the play. Oh, this is big. This is really big. There's a post, number 85, Vax Voster, was arguing either with the official or another player. There was a flag well after. So we have 2 penalties. And the Zephyrs still are discussing with the officials. Now cornerback on the far side, Tarver Trinkner, is discussing what the hit. And the official on the far sidelines is just putting his hands up like, what do you want me to do? It was a hard hit. I don't necessarily think it was a bad hit. And you can see Trinkner kind of discuss, or excuse me, that's not Trinkner on the far side. That's 16, George Voss, discussing it. And you can see they were saying that Trinkner kind of forearms to the receiver instead of wrapping him up. That's a soft penalty in my opinion. You got to make a hit because if the receiver did catch that, you're still expecting that to be part of it. So 15 yards got marked off. So apparently only 1 penalty was called. 1 might have been a warning. But nonetheless, Manawa is benefiting on this drive from penalties. Reverse play, not going to go anywhere. Hit in the backfield. Ball's out. Ball is out. Zephyrs might have it. And they're going to say Manawa keeps possession. Good one-arm. That was a one-arm tackle there. Looked like Dieterman made that tackle for a loss. I think that was the number 8 on the carry. Zerbel. Here we go, a minute left. Flags for a false start. This game is starting to fall apart here. Both teams, I think, need to take a deep breath and recalculate things. The Zephyrs side of things is getting a little too chippy. They're playing out of what they can control. And Manawa keeps having pre-snap penalties. You got to clean that up if you're Manawa. Minute 6, it's going to be 2nd and just under 20 yards, 2nd and 18. No timeouts for Manawa. They are trailing 7-0. They will get the second half kickoff. Drath, fake to him. Stroud standing high in the pocket. It's intercepted once again. Another interception by the Zephyrs, and that's Reichenbacher. Stroud stood tall, and it's intercepted for the second time today. Ball at the 47-yard line, 47 seconds left, and the Zephyrs with 2 timeouts have a chance here. What a wild game. This is a weird game. I'm sorry. This is just, you're seeing a little bit of everything, and it's kind of cool to see. Inverted slots, one to each side, running back, Ernsting behind Dwyer in the pistol. Straight drop, time, now pressure, rolling, throwing. It's short, it's tipped, and it's incomplete. Number 2, Matthew Lobanco was there. He almost had possession, or perfect position for an interception, but there were 2 Zephyrs receivers there to play defense and break up that pass. 2nd and 10 from the 39 now, or 39 seconds left. Ball marked at the Zephyrs 47. Same formation. Ernsting behind Dwyer in the pistol. Manawa showing pressure. 4 down linemen. Middle linebacker bringing pressure. Dwyer under duress. Throws a bullet to the near side. And they're going to say it's caught. Caught to number 4. Trevner. Gain of 5. And here they go. They got to go fast. Ernsting now to the right hip of Dwyer in the gun. Straight drop. Pressure coming. Throwing. Flag on the play. Caught over the middle. What a catch down to the 15-yard line, but there is a flag. As it stands now, 25 yards, and it is a hold on the Zephyrs. Both teams continuously shooting themselves in the foot. You gain a yard, you lose 10, it seems. The official threw that flag almost right away. Threw it right at the center. I don't know if the center's getting beat off the snap. It'll be a 10-yard penalty. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 14, and to see if that changes your play thinking if you're a Zephyrs. It doesn't look like it. They're at the line of scrimmage. They're ready to go. Dwyer, time, same play, streaking, incomplete. There was contact, and I think the receiver for sorry, I bumped the camera. I think the receiver for the Zephyrs, that was number 5, Mason Wagner, almost was expecting a call. His route got thrown off quite a bit. Didn't get the call. Pass falls incomplete. It's 4th down. Dwyer staying in there. 10 seconds. Traditionally a punt situation, but I think you trust Dwyer's arm. You trust Dwyer's arm, and you know Manawa has moved the ball on the ground, which 10 seconds and no timeouts, not going to benefit a team that runs it on the ground. 4 down linemen for Manawa. Here comes the pressure. Screen to the near side. Oh, it's the old hook and ladder to a lineman. It's the old hook and ladder to number 62. How about that? Klinkenhammer. Alexander Klinkenhammer. The old hook and ladder. And timeout, Zephyrs. I need a break. I'm going to step aside. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Back here at St. Mary's and scoring. Someone on the live chat, if you could help me with the scoring on how that goes. Does that go to receiving yards for the lineman, or does that go as a rush to the receiver because it was a lateral? We do not know. What a play, though. I'm thinking it's 63 now. Nonetheless, 4th and 7. It's all going to come down to this play here on the last play of the half. Dwyer, beautiful, deep ball, incomplete, and that is how the half will end. We'll step aside, calculate these stats up, and give you a little bit of a halftime report. Your score at halftime, the Zephyrs of St. Mary's 7, the Manawa Wolves nothing. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hard Knocks on Zaleski Sports is presented by Security Health Plan. SecurityHealth.org is your portal to find your plan, a doctor, prescription tools, and more. For 24/7 access and all the tools and resources needed to improve your well-being, right at your fingertips, visit SecurityHealth.org.
A new year for St. Mary Catholic Zephyrs football means a new opportunity to improve on their 1-8 record from last year. In 2025, the team is practically unrecognizable compared to 2024. And perhaps the biggest difference for Zephyrs football, the coaching staff, led now by head coach Rob Detterman, offensive coordinator Brian Keller, and defensive coordinator Earl Peterson. But there are some familiar faces. Senior quarterback Maddox Dwyer returning for one more year, hoping to lead his Zephyrs to a different result than last year.
I mean, I just want our team to get better in general. Like past years, we kind of got a bad image built on us. Hasn't been the best since going back to 11-man. And this year we got new coaching staff, so they're helping me. They're helping the team get better. So I think overall we just want to, building steps. We want to work our way up. Obviously, we know we're not going to be there right away. But little by little, we're working on fundamentals, which for me is really important because I know past years it's always been my footing, which has been wrong. And now this year, I'm already seeing improvements with it. I'm getting the ball out quicker, getting the ball out farther. So overall, it's just the fundamentals and building up to the goal where we want to be and get to playoffs, hopefully get to state. Well, we are going to get to state. So it's just going to be lots of fun. It's going to be a fun journey.
New coach this year. Tell us about that.
This year, we're really breaking down the game more with them. We're going more to just fundamentals. We're going to run the ball a lot more. We're going to have big plays, but we're going to also go for more short passes. We're going to play situational football, controlled time of possession, which they're really big on. And the defensive side, don't play defense, but the defensive side of the ball, I know they're working really hard. None of them are scared this year to hit it all. Our coaches are doing them right. And just even things like special teams, they're really getting a sharp on and putting in a lot of work, just reps.
New head coach Rob Detterman, a resident of the St. Mary's community for the past 5 years, says that despite all the changes that have come to St. Mary's football, the expectations, at least within the organization, are no different.
Expectations outside our program probably aren't going to be real high, but inside they are. We have a lot of talent, we have a lot of energy, a lot of people working really hard. And it's been that way since March 10th when we started the weight program. We've had good attendance, about 40 kids on every day out of 55 on the team. That's really great. So when we're working out here, the effort's been really good all summer. The attendance has been great. So that's raised our expectations, and the reality is it's going to pay off. I don't think I could have came in with a better class of seniors. Honestly, these guys are willing to do whatever we asked. We've asked a lot of different things of them. We do little things, little discipline things like our lockers. Before they had no locker room rules, but our lockers, if you walk in the locker room after practice, will look identical. Every helmet will be on the same hook. Every shoulder pad will be turned the same way. Every gloves will be in the same place. Everything will look the same. And these kids, no pushback at all. They've jumped right on it. They've done everything we asked them to do as leaders.
Those leaders on the Zephyrs are known as conductors.
Conductors!
I'd like Carter Pendergast to stand up for you guys. We need more people like him. Every time we're missing someone on offense, no matter what position, I turn around, he's standing by coach, I say we need someone, he raises his hand, gets in there, no matter if it's varsity, JV, he's always ready to go. We need everyone to be like that, all right? That's how you get coach's attention, that's how you earn yourself more reps and play time.
Hey, let's get a horn for Carter. Carter.
Trooper, just my belt.
At the end of practice, conductors are given the opportunity to shout out the efforts of their teammates, and sometimes, oftentimes, give them a horn.
Give a horn for Gibby! Horn! Horn! Horn!
There we go, there we go.
And even with the first game of the season still over a week away, the Zephyrs are completely focused on beating Amherst.
Charge him up, charge
him
up!
Hey, beat the Falcons on me, beat the Falcons on 3.
1, 2, 3, beat the Falcons!
But before they can get a crack at the Falcons, the Zephyrs have a scrimmage to play. It was a beautiful morning for some football in Manitowoc, Wisconsin, and finally excited to get the opportunity to hit somebody else, the Zephyrs brought the fire with them. JV offense will get a first crack at it. Junior Carlos Verhoff getting the handoff from quarterback Nolan Keller makes a nice move for a good gain here on this first play. Then Gus Clark gets his number called on the next play for a touchdown. The varsity got their turn next.
Hit on me! Hit on 3! 1, 2, 3, hit!
A couple real nice defensive highlights here as senior Mason Wagner getting the interception here. And again here. Coach Peterson and defensive assistant Adam Dwyer had encouraging words for the varsity defense on the sideline after that.
Now that you spent like 10 minutes figuring out that you could just do what you have to do, it's a little easier, right?
Yes, Coach. And we're back here at Zephyrs Field. What a first half, Jake. You've seen just a little bit of everything. 7-0 is your score. Zephyrs with the lead over the Manawa Wolves. J-Town, Justin Krzyzewski, Jacob Link to my right here. And like I said, I'm trying to think of a word to describe this first half, and there really isn't one. It's a lot of messiness, but you did see a lot of good early on from the Zephyrs. Their offense looked very unstoppable, but they haven't been able to consistently go, and it's almost the opposite for Manawa. They started out a little slow, got better, just haven't been able to finish. Both teams struggling with penalties here to start this game, and a lot of penalties that – if you're a head coach, if you're Coach Detterman and Johnson, you almost go up to your guys like, what? These like stuff that happens during the game. That happens, that's almost, I mean, you're going to be upset that you get those penalties, but you almost rather have penalties like that than an unnecessary roughness after the play, false starts, illegal formations, and so on. So a lot of that has kind of put a dirtiness to this game where it's a messier game than you would like to see. And, of course, the big thing is everyone's thoughts are with Jacob Karvitz. He had to be taken off the field under his own power. He walked under his own power. That was good to see. Brennan Hillsbeck also injured on that play. Did not look like he would be returning from the sidelines. We'll see as this game goes on. But he also had a pretty nasty-looking injury. He had to be helped off the field. Let's dive into stats. We'll start out with the Manawa Wolves. Quarterback Stroud, 21, Carson Stroud. He is 5 of 10 passing, 58 yards, 2 interceptions. That's probably been his biggest knock. You're not going to get a lot of completions, but his interceptions have come at really tough times in the middle of pretty positive drives from the Wolves. And they were derailed on 2 interceptions. On the ground, Karvitz only had 1 yard of total rushing on 4 carries. He had a great kick return on his last play. Number 12, that is Jack Jekyll. He has 12 yards on 2 carries. And number 1, Theron Schulke, he has 14 carries on 4 carries. Other leading rusher is number 11, Wyatt Drath. He has 8 yards on 4 carries. Not going to see a lot of big pop on this offensive stat sheet. 21 yards for number 10, Porter Gerke. And number 24, Barrington, has 34 receiving yards on 2 catches. 1 reception for number 32, Odin Streichenreicher. I was told his first name or his last name before the game, and I was struggling to get it, and they said try to get it close. The spelling on this, Jake, if you didn't look at it, it's crazy. It doesn't look anything like – it's a long one. Yeah, I have a long last name with Krzyzewski, but it's different. Streichenreiter. I hope I got that right. On to the Zephyr side of things. It's been a ground and pound attack with little through the air, but there is some through the air. Through the air for Mr. number 11, Maddox Dwyer. He is 4 of 10 through the air with 52 yards. 10 yards on 2 receptions for number 4, Charver Trinkner. Number 10, Braden Hillsbeck, before his injury, had a 26-yard reception. Number 1, Luke Fairweather, had an 11-yard reception as well. Without a reception, we learned during the break how to score a hook and ladder play. Without a reception, but with 6 receiving yards, is number 62, Alexander Klinkenhammer. So if you're wondering how a hook and ladder play gets scored, one of the classic trick plays, I would say, in all of football, the hook and lateral. The quarterback gets all the passing yards. The receiver who catches the ball gets the reception and the yards from what he caught the ball to where he pitched the ball. The guy who receives the pitch, Klinkenhammer, gets the yards, the receiving yards, from where he catches the ball and where he runs to on the lateral, but he does not get a reception. So there's a chance, we talked during the break, there's a chance you could have, say, 62 yards if you had a hook and ladder play that went 62 yards or 72 yards on a 10-yard hook, and you will have a guy that has 62 receiving yards and no receptions. Fun fact for the day. Take that to your Labor Day picnic and talk about that. On the ground for the Zephyrs, 3 carries for 18 yards for number 18, Dominic Todd. And leading rusher with 6 carries for 40 yards is number 21, Elliot Reichenbacher. And both Jacob and I have not seen Reichenbacher in the backfield, so we're not sure if he's out. I mean, there are 6 different rushers for the Zephyrs, so that could be by plan, but it is definitely something to keep your eye on. The big running back, senior running back, 5'10", 182. He is an athlete, and he has not been getting carries since his touchdown of 3 yards. This has been our halftime show, brought to you in part by Infinity Exteriors. Infinity Exteriors installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last. Saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality you can trust. And Ridgetop Exteriors. Just like these players bring their best on the court, Ridgetop Exteriors bring top-tier performance to your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with trusted local affordable service. And also by Culligan Water. Culligan Water specializes in all of your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan Water to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery. We are going to step aside. The teams are coming back on the field for a short warm-up, and we'll be back with more St. Mary's and Manawa on Zaleski Sports.
High school sports and entertainment, there's nothing like it, you can't contain it. Friday nights with hometown pride, Zaleski Sports is statewide hype. Cameras roll, the crowds go crazy, live stream gold, it's never lazy. Play so big, you'll replay it twice, coverage bold, it's really nice. High school sports and entertainment, there's nothing like it, you can't contain it. Hometown hype, we lift it higher. Zaleski Sports, we bring the fire.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
And we're back here at St. Mary Zephyr Field on a beautiful, I want to call it fall. I really do, Jacob. It is not fall, though. It's still August 29th. But the weather is screaming football fall weather. 61 degrees on a beautiful night here in the greater Menasha area, they say, on my phone. Nina, I was told. Fox Crossings. This is a difficult area. Jacob here is from Madison area, or he went, Madison. I'm from central Wisconsin, Mosinee. We have big communities, but not necessarily the same. I think there's normally one name, like Wausau. For around by me, there's Wausau, and every other community is their own. Madison for you, I'm sure. I guess I don't know for sure. We can talk about that in another broadcast. I think at some point you and I are going to have to do a color commentary. That'll be fun. Jacob, a former kicker at the University of Wisconsin Oshkosh. Me, wish I could have played at college level, but high school through football and baseball and fell in love with the broadcast. We're glad to have you here. Second half action moments away. The Zephyrs control this one 7-0, a low-scoring affair. Keys for the second half, I think if I had a whiteboard and I'm on the sidelines for both sides, play clean football. Not meaning we're playing dirty football, chop blocking, doing illegal blocks. Play clean football where we don't want penalties. Penalties have been what have killed both these teams and have stalled drives and really hampered both teams. Manawa had a drive. They were right on the doorstep. They went for it on fourth down, which I feel like you got to do. You want to get that 7 points to get it to a tied game, but just got stood up at the goal line. That was their only chance. They had too many penalties on other drives to kind of derail them, and the Zephyrs just haven't been able to get the offense going. They've seen some great punts by Max Voster. Veroff will be kicking here. Now back deep to return without Karvitz is number 24, Barrington, and I cannot see the number on that far side. Looks like number 5, Vandenhoevel. Yeah, Vandenhoevel. Second half action on Zaleski Sports going to be coming here. And this is the funnest part of the game. Second half, winner and loser get decided here. 12 minutes on the clock. The approach, and we're underway. Nice booming kick. Vandenhoevel will catch it around the 10-yard line. Goes straight upfield, stretches it to the far side. Oh, and gets laid out big hit on the far sidelines. We have 25 or 9. I think it was, yeah, it was number 9, Dominic Osgood with the hit. There's the Zephyrs laying a little wood here to start, making sure you know that this is their field, and they want this win. Both teams fighting for their first victory of the season. Want to go into the conference schedule on a high note. Stroud, quarterback keeper, weaving his way through the front of that offensive line and cannot get very far, and you're seeing the chippiness continue. That was the Zephyrs' issue. They had a lot of post-play penalties. 1 yard on the carry for Stroud. For 2nd and 9 now. The Manawa Wolves trailing 7-0, looking to get on the board here in the first drive of the second half. Slot to the right, wing to the left. Snap, handoff, Schulke, up the middle, weaves his way through, gets brought down across the 32-yard line. That's a good carry. Gain of 6 on the carry for Schulke. Freshman running back, Theron Schilke. Filling in the shoes for captain Jacob Karvitz. He's going to bring up a 3rd and 4. A long 4, but 3rd and 4 for the Manawa Wolves. Wing to the far side, that's Jack Jekyll. Slot to the right side, Schilke gets the handoff out of the backfield. He is trying to be elusive, and he might get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And that'll bring up a 4th down. No gain on the play. And I believe this will be the Manawa's first punt. I believe so. They've gone for it, and kind of looks like they might go for it here as well. Personnel has not changed. Though Stroud is all by himself in the gun, 3 receivers to the right, wing to the left. Roll. It's a rolling punt with the quarterback. That's a good play. See what you can get. Good punt, bounces at the 40, rolls, and will be downed at the 33-yard line. You'd like to see it. We'll step aside for a short break. We got one? We'll step aside for a short break. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
And we're back here. Zephyrs with the ball after the punt from Stroud. There's Reichenbacher. He's back in. Handoff going to the right side. Tries to get upfield. He will break a tackle in the backfield. Pushing the pile of the Zephyrs, and the train moves forward across the 40-yard line. There's a big gain for Reichenbacher. Wonder if that's just by design. Give him a break. I think he plays both ways. So try to give one of your leaders on both sides of the ball a break. 2nd and a long 2 here. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. Slot to the right, lone receiver left side. Dwyer under center, handoff to the fullback, pushing the pile forward, and he'll have the first down yardage. Gain of 3 on the carry for the fullback. Dominic Todd, the fullback, on the carry. Gain of 3. And now you want to see, can both offense, I'd say, kind of go slow by design. Both seem like a run-first offense. Can the Zephyrs get the train rolling and have a long drive here that ends in 6? Reichenbacher going off the left this time. Dragging defenders, has to have 3 Wolves bring him down. Gain of 4 for Reichenbacher. And he'll come out. So that's got to be by design, a pitch count of sorts to Reichenbacher. And the Wolves have a new running back. It looks like number 16, or excuse me, the Zephyrs will have George Voss now as the tailback. Behind Todd, behind Dwyer under center. Snap, faking the handoff Dwyer, rolling right, throwing far side. He's got his man. He makes a man miss across the 45 and will drag defenders to the 42-yard line. And there's the extracurricular. Nobody saw that. Wow, that one got lucky if you're a Wolves fan. There's extracurricular that finally went against them. Normally it's been the Zephyrs going at the Wolves. Did not see who got the reception. I think that was Trinkner. Was watching the action downfield. Normally the Zephyrs have been the more aggressor after the play. You're seeing that time Manawa not backing down. Slot left, lone receiver to the right side, I formation. Dwyer now checks over the defense and ducks back under center. Ball marked at the 42-yard line of the Wolves. Faking the handoff. Dwyer's going to roll. I think he did that on purpose. He's coming across the 35 and he'll get knocked out of bounds. Close to the 32-yard line. Gain of 8, and that looked, if I'm not mistaken, it kind of looked like he saw that gap in the defense on that side, and he didn't even fake his handoff. That was like a naked boot without the actual handoff. Number 5 checks out, Mason Wagner, one of the receivers. They gave him 10 actually on that carry. 1st and 10 Zephyrs. Bringing in an extra tight end. He's now the H-back on the right side of the formation. Dwyer checks the defense, makes an audible to his receivers. Snap, handoff, going to the right. Stretching the field is George Voss. Voss across the 30, and he'll get brought down by 2 Wolves. Barrington in on the tackle. Gain of 4. Juki on the tackle as well. Schulke, I'm sorry. Voss will check out now. Reichenbacher back in. 2nd and a long 5, 2nd and 6. H-back to the right formation will come across in motion. Snap, right behind the H-back. Reichenbacher into the pile, right in the mouth of that Manawa defense. That'll hold him up. Gain of 4, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2. There are some big men on that Manawa defensive front. Chuck Mueller, Jaden Bassett, we found out is number 72 out there. They just got brand new jerseys, did Manawa. Just got it in now. The rosters now have to be altered to fix that, so we can give the big man, the senior, 6'4", 300 pounds, some credit. He's been playing some big ball in the center of that Manawa defense, stopping the run. Holding the Zephyrs in check. 3rd and short, fake the handoff. Dwyer throws, he's got his man, the big tight end, gets a block, goes to the 5, into the end zone, touchdown Zephyrs! Big number 85, Max Voster. And just like that, the Zephyrs find pay dirt for the 2nd time. There is your momentum in hand for the Zephyrs, and they're on to try the point after with Carlos Verhoff. He had a line drive the last time. High snap brought down. Much more traditional kick, wouldn't you say? And it is good. The score, 14-0. The Zephyrs with the lead. We'll step aside. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
And we're back here at Zephyrs Field. Momentum has shifted. You can feel it in the crowd. You can feel it on the sidelines. That drive for the Zephyrs that ended on about a 20-yard reception for Max Vosters from Maddox Dwyer, that was a big drive success. If you're the Zephyrs, Carlos Verhoff with the point after now hits a line drive spiral. That's a great kick. Fielded on the ground by Barrington around the 10. Breaks one tackle at the 20 and will get dragged down around the 22-yard line. Good return. Now, how do you answer if you're Manawa? You need to stop the momentum. You need to get something back on your sidelines. And you need a good drive here by the offense. Fox Valley Tool and Die is a precision machine shop that supplies critical machine components for a range of customers from Fortune 100 companies to local paper mills. Contact us today at 920-766-9455. Stroud, Drath to his right hip. Hand off to Drath. Breaks one and gets upfield and brought down. Gain of 2. Tackled by Reichenbacher. Give him a gain of 3 for Drath. Second and a long 7, and we have an injured Wolf, and we'll step aside for a short break. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
We're back with better halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
At Ridgestop Exteriors, we're more than your average home improvement company. We're your neighbors, and for over 20 years, we've been trusted and proudly serving right here in your community. Customer service is our #1 goal. Call now for your free estimate.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Back here at Zephyrs Field, the injured Wolf was Jack Jekyll. He is walking off the field under his own power. That is the wing back. So we'll see how the Wolves will figure another injury. Slot to the right. Now in at the wing is Lobianco. Handoff up the middle, pushing the pile. That's a good gain. Is that Drath again? Yes. Give him a gain of 5. Or Schilke, excuse me. Give him a gain of 4 on the carry. And bring up a 3rd and 3. He's got a burst of speed with him to Schilke. And when you pair him up with Drath, a little thunder and lightning action. Need this 3rd and 3 here, 4:40 and counting in the third quarter. 3 receivers to the right. Going to give it on a reverse to Lobianco, and he's got the first down yardage. Give him a gain of 8 and a first down. That's a big carry there on a 3rd and short. Birkin Heating and Cooling is your factory authorized Bryant dealer. Birkin Heating and Cooling services all makes and models. Now is the right time to get ready for winter with Birkin Heating and Cooling. Call 920-759-1478 and see Birkin Heating and Cooling on Facebook. for more information and getting ready for winter. Same formation, quarterback keeps. Stroud finds a seam. He's across midfield, stiff arms a man, and he's going to get close to the first down yardage. That's a good run by your quarterback, and he will have the first down. Now they're going out of that empty gun formation, 3 receivers to the right, and they're kind of picking up the pace. Something that's not in Manawa's playbook normally. It's a little bit slower paced offense, ground attack, but now you're starting to see a little bit of urgency, trailing 14-0 with 3:50 and counting here in the third quarter. Zephyrs having the bodies get an extra check-in. Vosters will check out. Slot to the right, wing to the left side of the formation. Now running back Drath next to Stroud. Stroud with a great fake. He's bouncing it out to the left side, and he'll get across the 40-yard line. Gain of 6 for Stroud. That was a very good fake. There was a defender right in his face, and he was able to get past him and get a good gain. Gain of 6 will bring up a 2nd and 4. A little bit more pace to this drive for the Wolves. The offense is starting to click here. A little side huddle. You don't normally see that. The huddle is actually oriented sideways. Slot to the right. Running back Drath on the right hip of Stroud in the gun. Pressure shown by the Zephyrs, and here they come. Handoff, Drath off the left side, and he'll get minimum yardage, maybe a gain of 1. Klinkhammer in on the tackle as well as other Zephyrs. Third and a long 3 here for the Wolves. Going to check out of the formation, double wing, essentially with the receiver tight to the formation. Handoff on a reverse to Lobianco. That play worked the last time, and it's going to work again here. Big gain there, gain of 6, 7 on the carry for Lobianco. And a 1st and 10 Wolves. That play has worked twice now. Also seeing the Wolves are checking in and out linemen, keeping players fresh. They do not have the largest roster. I'd say right around 30 kids, give or take. And if you got guys playing both ways, your conditioning is going to catch up with you really fast. Tight end, H-back to the left side or wing. Slot to the right. Running back Drath on the right hip of Stroud. Snap, handoff, Drath. He'll cut it upfield and put his head down, and a flag flies. Right at the point of the tackle here, we'll see what the call. Right as it stands now is a gain of 5 for Drath. Yeah, and I see the official. I don't know what the official word for or call would this be. I can't find my penalty sheet. And it's on the Zephyrs. That's not the call either. Essentially, it was lowering the head to initiate contact, I think is what the penalty was. Was it a personal foul? I would assume it's a personal foul. Yeah, 15. So that's big for the Wolves. And what I saw was, and those calls are sometimes they can go both ways. Both guys kind of went down and put their heads down. What you want to get rid of in this sport. That's how serious head and neck injuries happen. But they got the Zephyrs on it, and now in the red zone are the Wolves looking to answer here with 1:40 left in the third quarter. 3 receivers to the left. Snap, handoff. Lobianco cannot get the reverse going this time. They tried it through for the 3rd time, and it's going to be a loss of 1. They had 2 successful tries on that with the formation flipped to the other side. They flipped the formation, tried it going the other way, and it was not successful for the Wolves. 1:16 and counting, 2nd and 11. The Wolves would love a score here to send it into the fourth quarter down by 1 touchdown. Drath goes to the left side, 3 receivers. Lobianco, the wing to the right. And Lobianco in motion. Ooh, That almost looked like a pass, but I don't think it was going to. Tried to stretch it to the far side, and there was nothing there. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. It almost looked like he wanted to throw that, didn't it? But it was a forward lateral, so you couldn't really. This is that classic wing T offense. It's very difficult to try to explain it to modern football people. But motions, misdirections, it's not something you see that often. And as we're inside the 25-second mark, we'll see if Stroud will run another play here. Getting a long time to get this play call in. Stroud rushes to the huddle, 15 seconds. Play clock is running down. Within 10. They are not going to get this play off because they call a timeout. Timeout, Wolves, and we'll step aside. 4 seconds left in the third quarter. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
And we're back here at Zephyr Field. Timeout Manawa. Took a very long time to get that play call in. Play clock was running down. I don't think the game clock would have ran out before the play clock would have. So Coach Johnson took a timeout. Recalibrate the offense for this 3rd and 11. Big play here for the Wolves. Down by 2 touchdowns. I think it's 4-down territory at this point, too. Snap, fake the handoff, going the other way, and it's brought down, and that's going to be a horse collar tackle on Vosters. Yeah, that one, you can't really argue that one. And that's a huge break if you're Manawa to go into the 4th quarter with a 1st down and plus yardage from where you were. We'll step aside. It is 14-0, Zephyrs with the lead, but Manawa on the doorstep. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
High school sports and entertainment, there's nothing like it, you can't contain it. Friday nights with hometown pride, Zaleski Sports is statewide hype. Cameras roll, the crowds go crazy, live stream gold, it's never lazy. Play so big, you'll replay it twice, coverage bold, it's really nice. High school sports and entertainment, there's nothing like it, you can't contain it. Hometown hype, we lift it higher, Zaleski Sports, we bring the fire.
Friends, are you a retiree like myself and have some spare time and wanting to meet new people? I drive school bus for Cobeson Buses. I enjoy seeing many smiling faces, and I still have time for the activities I enjoy. Cobeson Buses offers a flexible schedule, and it's a well-paid part-time job. It's the perfect balance of work and play. Come join me make a difference in your community. Visit Cobeson.com for more information and to find a Cobeson terminal near you.
Back here at Zephyr Field, I was distracted by the blue light special at the concession stand. Everything that's cook's got to go, folks. So if you're listening to the game in the stands, you can take a break and continue listening to us, but go down to the concession stand and pick up a burger. Bring one up to your favorite producer and play-by-play guy up here in the booth, and we'll give you a shout-out. I don't see anybody running to the concession stand, Jacob. J-Town, Justin Krzyzewski, Jacob Link here. 1 quarter left, a 14-0 Zephyrs lead. And there's a flag on Manawa. right when you got a big break on a 3rd and long, a horse collar tackle by the Zephyrs gives you an automatic first down and ball inside the 10. Oh, it did not give him an automatic first down. This is the college and high school rules that always confuse me. No automatic first down on the personal foul penalty. But it was ball inside the 10 on a 3rd and would have been about 4. Now turns into a 3rd and 8 to start this 4th quarter. 4-down territory, I'm assuming, if you're the Manawa Wolves. Slot to the right, wing to the left. Lobianco the wing, Stroud the quarterback with Schulke to his right hip. Snap, Stroud stands in the pocket, got time, throws, end zone, jumping, no, incomplete off his hand. Intended target, number 8, Logan Zerbel. Could have had an argument for a hold there, but no call. And it is 4th down, 4-down territory for the Wolves. A field goal here really doesn't help you as you are looking for 6. What is your best 4th down play here? It's still early in the 4th quarter. A lot of football to be played. But taking that time out before the end of the quarter could play pivotal. Slot to the right. Barrington in the slot. Lone receiver to the left. That's number 10, Gerke. Stroud looking his way. Throwing. End zone. Tipped and incomplete. Threw it into double coverage trying to get it to Lobianco, the tight end. It's incomplete. I didn't mark the last 2 passes incomplete. It is a turnover on downs in Zephyr football. Advantage Machine has invested in the Machine Center, Machine Tool, metal inventories, and our people. Advantage Machine offers first-class workspace to ensure the best quality and with our responsive customer service, fair pricing, and on-time delivery. Snap, handoff, and there is a whistle. Stoppage, a timeout, timeout Manawa. So if you want to reach out to Advantage Machine, call 920-462-4427 and see Advantage Machine on Facebook. Timeout Manawa. We'll step aside for a short break. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
I actually described Fox Valley Tech as a home away from home.
It was very comforting that it was a class size of 20 people or less.
Cost is a huge factor. When I look at Fox Valley Technical College, you're not spending that much for a degree.
If I was 30 when I went back to school here, I have had no regrets.
I think the hands-on training really sets us apart.
They will do anything to make sure that you succeed. You are going to get the education that you came for.
Back here at St. Mary's, Zephyr Field, tough timeout if you're Manawa. Now down to 1 timeout for the rest of the half, trailing 14-0. It looked like a substitution issue, and that's tough. You want that timeout down the road, but you're going to go with only 1 for the rest of the way. Zephyrs have a 14-0 lead. A long drive here with a score could go a long way to sealing this victory and getting the first one for the Zephyrs. If you're Manawa, you're looking for a turnover or a quick 4-and-out. Dwyer under center, snap, handoff, going to the far side. That is number 16, putting his shoulder down and getting to the 20-yard line, number 16, George Voss. And that's got across to the 21, and that's almost a gain of 9. That's what you want. If you can take 11:30 goes by fast, especially when it's all on the ground. And it's been a ground and pound attack for both teams. Quick snap here coming to the near side with Voss. Voss follows his fullback, gets across the 30, runs over a defender and dragged down to the 35-yard line. 13 on the carry for Voss. You can almost look at George Voss as the closer. He's trying to do it himself here and run this ball and run this clock down to a 0. That's a big 2 carries for George. Nose of the ball at the 35. And now you almost see the Zephyrs slow the roll on the tracks. Dwyer under center, slot right. Voss the tailback. Motion man across. They're going to go on a screen out to him. He drops it. That's a lateral, and he has to dive on it. Still loose. Is this the turnover Manawa needed? And I don't think so, but that's a huge loss for the Zephyrs. So Dwyer, I think, gets credited for the fumble there. Loss of 5. Lesser of two evils if you're the Zephyrs. It's a loss, but it's not a loss of possession. If you're Manawa, you got to look at it as a loss of yardage, and setting up a 2nd and 15 is big for your defense. 10 minutes left. You almost got to pin the ears back. Dwyer throws near side. This time it's connected. Brits the stiff arm. Gets another stiff arm. He's across the 40. He's got the first down yardage. As Tarvin Tinkner. Gain of 20. Where'd they say he stepped out? Oh, actually not as significant of a gain as you thought. Gain of 11 through the air. Still, 3rd and a long 5 here. If you're Manawa, this is a big play to determine the outcome of this game. Zephyrs, same formation as they ran for most of the game. Slot right, I formation backfield. 4 down linemen. Here they come on a reverse. Trinkner stretching the field, breaks one tackle, gets around the other. He's got the first down across the 50. He's across the 40. He's still on his feet, and there he goes to the 20, 10, 5, flag on the play. There is a flag on the play, and it's going to be coming back. The celebration ensues in the end zone, but nobody sees the flags at the 50. Talk about heartbreak. Huge carry for Trinkner. The student section has not realized that there's flags, but this is going to come back, and it's going to give Manawa another chance. There is an injured Wolf, so we will step aside for a short break. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
At Ridgestop Exteriors, we're more than your average home improvement company. We're your neighbors, and for over 20 years, we've been trusted and proudly serving right here in your community. Customer service is our #1 goal. Call now for your free estimate.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Be a part of a Marshfield tradition at Maple Fall Fest, September 13th and 14th. Start each morning with a potato or buttermilk pancake breakfast and shop over 125 handmade arts and craft vendors. Also, make sure to check out the Kids Zone, yummy food court with maple specialties.
We are back here. There's an injured Wolf on the far side of them, but they're going to say it's good to go, and here we go. Handoff to Reichenbacher, and he's not going anywhere. Big number 72, Jason Bassett, gets the tackle. No gain on the play for Reichenbacher. And there's your 4th down. What a weird turn of events there. A huge reverse. Went all the way almost 60 yards. I think it was 59 yards actually for Trinkner. Got called back, which we think was an illegal block in the back on the far side. It was a 10-yard penalty from the 45, brought it back around the 50, 45, so brought it back. Go for it on 3rd down, no dice, and here's Manawa's chance. Got to watch the ball. It's 4th and 4. Good snap, good approach, a high booming kick into the night sky. Bounces at the 30, bounces off a Wolf, and it's recovered by the Zephyrs. What a play! What a punt! Who came away with that? 62, Klinkhammer. And there is a huge turn of events for the Zephyrs. He might make a statement for his Nasonville Dairy Player of the Game. Number 62. Alexander and Klinkhammer. Beautiful punt. Great backspin. Almost what you don't want if you're a punter. Checked up, bounced around the 20, rolled all the way back to the 30, bounced off of Manawa Wolf's helmet, and there was Klinkhammer to clean it up. And 1st and 10, Zephyrs. Field flipping turnover. Dwyer looking for the, oh, it's intercepted! It's intercepted by Manawa. They were looking for a dagger play, throwing it, and it's intercepted. Brought it back across the 35 is number 21, Carson Stroud. The quarterback makes a play on defense. What a game. I cannot get a read on this game. Right when you think momentum is solely going one way, it does a complete 180 and goes the other way. And I hope that's the right mathematical thing to say because I'm not good with that, but it has completely flipped. You could see Coach Detterman, like, what were we throwing that ball just right into the, it was like Stroud was the intended target. Manawa needs to capitalize here. One timeout, 8:33 down by 2 scores. Reverse, handoff, and brought down number 12 on the carry, Jack Jekyll. He got back to the line of scrimmage. No gain, 2nd and 10. Stroud runs to the sideline. What a series of events for Stroud. Back and forth. He is putting on the mileage, running to the sidelines, running after the interception. Draft to his right hip, slot to the right. Jekyll to his left in the wing. Now they're going to shift the tight end out to the right side. Play clock running down. Just get it off. No, they did not. It's going to be a delay of game on the offense. And that's where if you had those timeouts, you would use it. But you're running out of time. You have one timeout left, and you do not want to use that timeout now. The messiness of this game continues for both teams. On the plus side, it's another week to get better. But it doesn't help your case right now. Slot to the right. Lone receiver to the left, that's Zerbel. Snap, Stroud. Nobody's got his guy picked up on the far side, but will complete the pass to Zerbel and out of bounds around the original line of scrimmage. Great pressure there by 85 Vosters. Gain of 5 will bring it back to the original line of scrimmage. 7:21, clock stops with the play out of bounds, 3rd and 10. This is 4-down territory if you're Manawa. Getting the formation set, slot to the left, play clock running down once again. Snap, fake the handoff. Stroud rolling right, dumps it. He's got Zerbel again. The big tight end rumbling, gets cut down. Great tackle in the open field. Across to the 44-yard line. Gain of about 6. And that's your 4th down and a long 4th and 5 essentially for the Wolves. They need to get this first down here inside the 7-minute mark. Three receivers to the right, wing to the left. Stroud, hard count, and they'll get the offsides penalty. Any little way if you're Manawa, and that should give them the first down. It'll be very close, but it should give them the first down yardage. Each year, more than 6,000 high school students get a head start on their college education thanks to dual credit classes made possible by Fox Valley Technical College. These are college-level classes that high school students take for free, saving on average more than $600 per student. Learn more at fvtc.edu/gettechnical. First and 10 for the Wolves after the penalty. Handoff to Drath. He goes into the teeth of the defense and will get a few yards if he gets one. They're going to say no gain on the play. Second and 10. Stick around after the game for the Nasonville Dairy post-game show with interview with the winning coach and a player to be named, which I have to dig on this one. It'll be interesting to see. I have a couple ideas, but we'll see after the game. Slot to the left, H-back to the right. Stroud inside the 5:45 mark. Fakes the handoff, it's a reverse. Lobianco following his blockers, patient running, and he's going to get close to the 46-yard line there. That's a good carry. Gain of about 6. Good patient running, following his blockers. You had to do that. Third and a long 3 on the scoreboard. 3rd and 4 in my book. 14-0 the score. The Zephyrs of St. Mary's looking to put Manawa down. Fake the handoff. Stroud, pressure coming in his face. Throws. Jump ball. He's got his target. First down, Manawa. And Stroud took a shot. Zerbal on the catch, the big tight end. 9 yards on the 15th pass attempt for Stroud. He's hit on 3 straight. And Manawa's got to keep moving the ball here. 4:54 and counting. First and 10, ball marked at the 38-yard line of St. Mary Catholic. Slot to the right, slot to the left. Lone receiver left wing to the left side. Snap, Stroud, deep drop, pressure, throwing, jump ball once again. It's intercepted. The Zephyrs have it, and the Zephyrs have a lane. Across midfield, stiff arming across the 40, gets another block. Across the 30 to the 20, 10, 5, cannot keep his feet down at the 5-yard line. Is number 5, Mason Wagner. What a play by Mason Wagner, who's cramping up on the near sideline. Getting helped by his teammates to stretch it out. And the Zephyrs with a game potentially clinching interception on that play. Mason Wagner, and he almost took that to the house. He had Schulke in front of him. He had Schulke and I believe it was Stroud, and made both of them miss. And at that point, it was like, can he do it? He had a lot of yardage to go, and he got down to the 5. The officials are really okay with people being injured right at the sideline and being able to play. That's interesting because normally they like them way off the field, and maybe now they're going to hold off. But what a play by Wagner. And just like that, I have another hat in the ring for Nasonville Dairy Player of the Game. As Wagner's getting up now. He'll walk off to the sidelines to a big round of applause right in front of the student section. Wagner, no receptions on the day, but with a big interception. The 3rd one for that Zephyrs defense. And can the Zephyrs put the nail in the coffin here? I formation backfield. Voster's the tight end to the left. Snap, handoff up the middle to the fullback. Fullback dive, end zone, touchdown Zephyrs. Jacob Ernsting with the touchdown and the big 3-point lead for the Zephyrs. Veroff to make it a 21-point game. The scoreboard's messed up. Now it says 6-0, but there we go. 20-0 Zephyrs with the lead. Snap, hold, kick, up. is no good. Missed it to the left, pulled it a bit far. So the lead will stay 20-0. Zephyrs with the lead. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Back here at St. Mary Catholic, the Zephyrs lead this one 20-0. J-Town, Justin Krzyzewski alongside me, Jacob Link. A big-time interception there by the Zephyrs defense, almost taken for a pick six. Ended up being a little short by Mason Wagner. And the Zephyrs now with a commanding 3-score lead, 20-0. Stroud actually held his own. He actually was throwing the ball really well. He had 3 straight completions before that last interception. But that last interception, he had pressure right on him. He had to throw that ball. It was a do-or-die moment. And I'd say actually that's a great play by Mason Wagner, who was the safety, came up, made the catch on the run, and never broke stride until about the 30. He picked it off around the Zephyrs' 20-yard line and got to the 30, and then he had Schulke and Stroud in front of him, was able to get a block on Stroud, was able to stiff-arm Schulke, and then he was able to get all the way down to the 5 and 1-yard touchdown run by Jacob Ernsting. Made it a 20-0 game. The missed extra point by Veroff kept that score that way, and Veroff with a good kick here to Barrington. Barrington around the 15. Manawa needs a big return. Coming up the right side, runs into one of his own, runs over one of his own guys, and he'll get to about the 34-yard line, is brought down. And Manawa's going to have to go fast here. Down 3 scores, 4:06, 1 timeout. Once again, stay tuned after the game for the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Fresh cheese curds made daily. Very, very good cheese curds, if you ask me. Stroud gets the play, and here we go. Now the hard part for an offense like Manawa, where you're very ground-driven, and have to throw the ball. Stroud fakes the handoff, throw to the far side. He's got his man. Completing, getting to the 33-yard line, then brought down by a host of Zephyrs. 32 on the reception, that is Stretch Rider. Gain of 4. 17th pass attempt for Carson Stroud. Second and a long 6, 3:35. As the Zephyr student section starts the "I believe that we will win" chant. Snap, Stroud throwing far side, got his man, got the first down. Close. We'll see where the mark is. It should be a first down. Yes, first down. Strakenrider once again on the reception. Defense now for Zephyrs. I'd like to get a stop here. Coach Detterman was talking to me about a Caden Milkey, senior for this Zephyrs team. Unfortunately, handoff up the middle. Ooh, little extracurricular there. See, everybody shakes hands. They're talking about it. They're all right. 11 on the carry, Drath. 5 on the carry. They're talking about Caden Milkey, a senior running back, outside linebacker, unfortunately, is not going to be able to play the rest of the season. He has a torn ACL. They found out about 2 weeks ago. Senior, and they told me before the game if they can get the chance, they want him in there for a couple plays so he can send out his high school football career on a high note. He does have surgery scheduled pretty soon here. Schulke in the backfield brought down. Loss of 4 on the carry. 3rd and 9 here. 2 minutes left. Third and 9. The Wolves send slot to the left, lone receiver right. Wing to the right as well. Snap. Stroud steps into one, throws it deep, and this one's well over Wagner's head. He can't intercept it. Incomplete pass. Gerke, the intended target. 4th and 9. And the Manawa Wolves come down to what could be their last play. Need a conversion to keep the series alive. Ball marked at the 46-yard line of Manawa. Streckenriker to the right. He has a slot man tight to the formation as well on the right. Snap, handoff going with number 12 to the far side, and that is a turnover on downs. Number 12, Jack Jekyll. And that's a turnover on down. And now you're going to see that special moment for Caden Milkey. He's going to come out on the field for what will be his last time as a player. We're going to have to get a good view of this one because this is a special moment. This is what high school football has brought for a ton of high school students, you as well as me. This is a special moment for a kid that had his season, his senior year, taken away. So he will get probably a couple kneel downs here. Special moment for the senior, as he'll kneel it down once, and he'll probably get, I think he'll get probably one more, maybe 2 more kneel downs here. So again, stick around. Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Interview with Coach Rob Detterman. Yeah, they're going to have to run 2 more snaps here. And yeah, we'll have 1 more snap here, and then we'll send it to the Nasonville Dairy postgame commercial. And I'll head on down to the field. Got a couple people we could pick, but I think we're going to go with the game-sealing interception. I think that's where I want to go, Mason Wagner. As Nasonville Dairy player of the game. We'll step aside here as the clock's hit 0. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports. The winner today, the St. Mary Catholic Zephyrs, 20-0 over the Manawa Wolves. Stay around for the Nasonville Dairy postgame show on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Hear me?
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices, you got them. In-store, online, we drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats.
J-Town, Justin Krzyzewski, Jacob Link up here in the booth. We're getting ready here momentarily for an interview. What a game. A lot of this and that both ways. Nothing was really dominant. But when it came down to it, the Zephyrs defense put up a 0. One of the hardest things to do in high school sports, putting up a 0, shutting out an opponent. Able to do that here tonight and shut out the Manawa Wolves on their way to their first victory. Tough week 1 matchup against Amherst. Definitely a tough loss, 47-14. But that's a good way to prime your team for games down the road. And that's what we were talking about earlier with the athletic director here. And we'll wait till get Coach over here for an interview. And then you got all the way down to about the 5-yard line and just couldn't make that last little bit. The conditioning got the best of you?
Well, I mean, I was running, I don't know, it was probably like the 20, got the little stiff arm, probably stepped a little weird. My calf was kind of giving out, and I don't know, I might have got to like the 7 or 6 yard line and just dove, and right there and then I just cramped. Almost had it in me, but not quite. Next time, it'll be in.
Next time, conference comes up now.
Oh, absolutely.
Now you're turning your attention to the conference, a season within a season of sorts.
Yep.
What is your focus going into that?
We're going to go game by game, just scout the team. We're going to give our best every single day. At practice too, just give it our all, and we're just going to prepare for, we have Velders Thursday, and we're starting tomorrow morning, get locked in, and just keep moving week by week.
All right, finally, we'll have you look up in the camera where the cameraman's waving. We'll have you take the mic, introduce yourself, and then say, I'm in the house.
I'm Mason Wagner, and I'm in the house.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you very much.
20-0, the Zephyrs get the first victory of the season on the conference. For Jacob Link up in the booth, this is J-Town, Justin Krzyzewski signing out. Till next time.